Look at that. Just inspiring stories all around here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And that's exactly the theme of today. People going out there and showing that sometimes it's just the little things that make the hugest impact and the hugest difference in somebody's life out there who might otherwise not have the opportunity to have that little thing. So go out there and make sure you spread all that positivity and goodness. So speaking of spreading positivity and goodness, this morning we're joined in the house by Join Bands and Not Gangs, which plans to hand over 60,000 rands worth of music instruments to the youth of Masibambane on Madiba's birthday, which is today. Now, the event marks a second milestone since they launched it in 2018. And wow, what a thing. 60,000 rand that you have spent so much time putting together. And today, the day has finally arrived. Karien, what has it taken to come to this point?
Well, first of all, thanks for having us today, to be so. Yeah, I had a vision a couple of years ago, maybe 8 years ago or something, that I just felt in my heart. I was overseas in America. I was actually studying music, and I just saw all these instruments, that people have a lot of instruments that they no longer use. And when I was over there, I thought, man, the talent in the Cape Flats is so amazing. When I come home, I'd love to you know, get the instruments to the kids of the Cape Flats. So the premise was born there when I saw the surplus. But the idea is actually very simple. We want to ask the public, and we want to ask South Africans at this point to give musical instruments that they don't use, and we redistribute it. So all these instruments, some of them are new, but most of them are second-hand.
Have been used, and loved as well, right? They've created such beautiful musical memories for so many people. But now, this year is the second time that you're running this. This started in 2018, and it seems you're on track with your goal for 2019. But how else can people at home watching get involved in helping you with this mission?
Well, as I mentioned, if people wanted to give instruments, but basically, yeah, we started a year ago. We launched a song on Mandela Day 2018, and 60 musicians participated and gave their talents, and maybe you'll see the video later. But for the musicians, we just asked them to, we're looking for teachers who want to volunteer. We want to partner with big musicians. Luis Obala last year, he put in some effort for us. He was the best. And he was my #1 choice. And then Alvira Standili, they all brought their talents. We launched the song. We were hoping it's going to pull attention to the cause. It did, but this year, 1 year on, I mean, it's really
a new level. Well, you've chosen to go and support the community of Kraaifontein here in the Western Cape, and we know it's a crime-ridden area. How did this come about? Why did you choose to take this movement to that space?
Okay, so I'm Afrikaans, so I eat a lot of biltong. And
I eat a lot of biltong too.
Oh, great.
Put it here.
Oh, wonderful. And that's good, it's a South African thing. And so the lady at the biltong store, we became very good friends, Liesel, and then one day she came, I came there, I was spying, and she told me, Karien, you won't believe what happened this weekend. And so her sister's son was murdered in front of the family, basically, in the house. And so the gangsterism really hit home. And when I heard the story, I was already poised to like launch somewhere, and I just asked Liesel, can I come interview people in Scottsdene? And so I started talking to moms who lost their children. We started filming it. And then also I met Philip. He works at our gate, and he was asking me 2 years, Karien, please, you know, come to our community. And it happened, they lived on the same street. And so that's where we started. We went to the local high school, Scottsdene High School. Amazing high school. You'll see some of representatives
the kids here
today. And we founded our first program there. And so between the community that invited us in and the school that invited us in, it has to be community driven. The community, we work very closely with the communities.
Man, Karien, the work that you do is absolutely inspiring. It is Mandela Day, and of course we're going to continue seeing a lot of what you're doing. Thank you so much for doing that. And you can get more information about them on joinbandsnotgangs.com. All of this inspiring stuff comes your way here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show right after the break.